In the wake of us talking about who's going to replace Lewis Hamilton's seat at Mercedes, the prime contenders for it being Antonelli, Sainz and Verstappen, I'm pretty sure that none of these drivers would sign up for anything less than a 3-year contract with the option to extend the tie. Which means signing any of these 3 drivers would mean that Mercedes has to take them into a long-term consideration. This puts George Russell at a very interesting place. I mean, Russell is also part of the Mercedes driver program, and he waited on the sidelines for a very long time while his contemporaries got the shot at fighting for poles, wins, podiums and etc. while he was struggling to even make it into the points with the Williams. It's really unfortunate that when the time came for him to join the Mercedes team as a full-time driver, the team started to struggle to get up to grips with the new regulations, which is something that the team is battling to this day. I think it's fair to say that we all saw George Russell to be the successor of Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes. But the recent rumors of Mercedes banking its future on Verstappen or Kimi Antonelli really makes me question, what does Mercedes really think of George Russell's role in the team? Mercedes, since Rosberg's departure from the team, has been very clear of having the lead driver to contest for the championship. Though Valtteri Bottas did have his fair share of highs during his time with Mercedes, he did receive team orders to step out of the way for Lewis Hamilton. This means that when Lewis Hamilton leaves the team by 2025, the team should essentially be looking for a driver who can be George Russell's best man in the competition if Mercedes really sees Russell to be the man to pick up the mantle from where Lewis Hamilton left off. With the amount of praises that Toto Wolff has been throwing towards Verstappen and Kimi Antonelli, it really makes me wonder if George Russell could be taken advantage of in the future when his current contract with Mercedes comes to an end. Or is he being taken for granted by Mercedes? It's clear as day as to how much love and appreciation George Russell has towards Mercedes, with his desire to win the title with Mercedes and wrap the team around him like how Lewis Hamilton managed to do it himself. But I feel like there is a very high chance that George Russell might leave the team by the end of his current contract. Though Christian Horner mentioned that George Russell is nearing the end of his contract with Mercedes in a sarcastic manner to hit it back at Toto Wolff for him pursuing Max Verstappen, I still think there is a lot of truth to it. Despite Mercedes struggling in the ground effects era, George Russell's performance for the team has been at a very high level with ultimate consistency. He picked up 2 pole positions and the only race win for the team in this new regulation of era where they have been struggling, which I'm sure is a stat that will work in his favor for him to attract better deals from bigger teams by the end of his contract. If Verstappen or Antonelli moves to Mercedes for 2025, the team's priority will shift more towards the 2 from Russell. In Antonelli's case, it might take some time, but I feel like if he starts to match Russell's performance right from get-go, then the team will lose conviction on prioritizing Russell over Antonelli. When the younger driver is easily being able to match the performance of a driver who has been in the sport for a very long time, it's just inevitable. I mean, we all know what happened to Ricciardo when Max Verstappen joined Red Bull. The team slowly started to wrap itself around Verstappen, which eventually made Ricciardo to leave the team. So I think it's high time that Russell figures out where he stands with the team and what is his contribution to the team gonna be like, and delivers some splendid performances like how he did in 2022, so he can better his chances of signing with a better team for 2026 in a case of a disagreement with Mercedes. But you do see what I mean, right? If Max Verstappen joins Mercedes, then the Verstappen camp would want Mercedes to prioritize Verstappen right from get-go, and if Antonelli joins Mercedes to pair alongside Russell, then I think it's just inevitable that the team will slowly start to prioritize Antonelli, and George Russell will just be used to make the transition smoother. So somewhere I do feel like in the process of picking a stronger driver to replace Lewis Hamilton for 2025, the team could screw over George Russell, or in better words, he could get taken advantage of. So yes guys, these are my thoughts and opinion on George Russell, and with Mercedes constantly persuading 2 really strong and highly talented drivers, I really think George Russell could get screwed over or get taken advantage of. So these are my thoughts, but leave your thoughts down in the comments. I'm curious to know what is your take on it as well, and where do you see the Mercedes and George Russell lineup really heading to? So leave it down in the comments, and hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to the Rendmaster channel if you haven't already, and also hit that bell icon while you're at it so you get notified whenever I upload a brand new video. And until next time, it's me Vinay from Rendmaster, and I'm out. Love you guys, stay safe, peace.